We have, of course, some of our members here tonight already on, so we're super excited about having you all here and what we're going to learn tonight and gain from this evening. So welcome, and we'll do some welcoming again at 5:30 when some other folks join us. So this part, of course, is for our cooking demonstration. It's going to be led by Rebecca Pardoe, and she's one of our founding members of Women for Wellness as well, and serves on our steering committee. So we're excited to have her with the cooking demonstration tonight. She's a graduate of the Prue Leith School of Food and Wine in London, England, where she completed a foundation course in cookery. Oh, and by the way, we're recording this, so we can share it with others. So hope you're okay with that. Rebecca cooked her way through college and graduate school, and now she's a full-time cook for her family of 5, but she also is a physical therapist at the orthopedic and spine as the orthopedic and spine navigator for St. Joseph Health in Eureka. And this evening, she's showing us how to prepare and cook baked garbanzo beans and homemade sesame crackers. So Rebecca, take it away.
Well, cheers, everybody. Welcome. Very excited to have my glass of champagne at 5. Usually I have to wait till 5:30 or 6. So nice to get started a little early. So yes, I'm very excited to be and honored to be part of the steering committee for this group, and I was really flattered when Becky asked me to do a little cooking demonstration. So we'll get started. So I'm going to start with the sesame crackers. The recipe is from a blog that I look at called Half Baked Harvest. It's a blog I've been looking at for about a year. It's a really nice blog. The gal she's kind of a cooking prodigy. She's 21. She started cooking about age 14 for her large family, and now she's got 2 books. She's got this whole lifestyle channel. I mean, she's this really incredible young lady. So Half Baked Harvest is called. Like I said, I love her blog. So I gave you guys the ingredients. So here's the shopping list. But what you're going to do first is toast the sesame seeds. So you're going to have 3/4 of a cup of sesame seeds, and there is, I don't know if you can see this, but I did find toasted sesame seeds at Safeway. So if you guys have these, you don't have to toast them as well. So put them on the burner. I've already done that. My only little tip about toasting sesame seeds is it's like roasting nuts. You know, they do nothing, and then the fire alarm's going off. So don't walk away. Don't go look at Facebook or something like that, because they turn very quickly. So you're just going to mix together, of the 3/4 cup, you're only going to mix 1/4 of a cup of the sesame seeds in. You got your butter, your brown sugar, your flour. I got all measured out already. 1 egg. These crackers I like the look of because they reminded me of, so they do seem a little bit weird. They've got 1/2 cup of brown sugar and a little bit of vanilla, which I thought seemed like kind of a weird recipe for crackers, but at the same time, they reminded me of oat cakes, which if anybody of you guys that have traveled to England will know oat cakes, which are a really popular cracker to have with cheese, and they're a little bit thick. They're oaty, of course, but they're a little bit sweet, which I always think is really nice. Like in England, if you have them with a sharp, like farmhouse cheddar or feta cheese or something like that, they're really tasty. So these, you just literally mix everything together, turn it out. You don't want to, I don't really need them. I just turn them out and put them on a floured surface until it comes together. So it's not really sticky. But you don't want to knead the dough very much. It's not like bread dough. You're just gonna, and then you're gonna put them in the fridge and let them rest. And so the resting part is important. Let me I'm gonna put these in the fridge.
Can you show us a little bit more, Rebecca, what you have there?
Oh, so here's my dough. I just put it in a plastic bag.
Perfect.
Just come together. Yeah. So The dough is, you do want to let them rest because that's when the gluten rests and kind of forms more flat strands. So the gluten is the protein fibers in flour. It's what makes bread rise. It's what makes cakes tender. It's why you really can't make gluten-free bread, and very hard to bake really light, tender cakes with gluten-free flour because you really need that gluten in there. So, so with bread, you need it a lot so that the gluten really builds up strength and lengthens so that you can really create light bread. But with pastries and crackers, things like that, you don't want to need, or bake cake batters, they always say, mix it until just incorporated and then stop. If you mix it too much, then it's going to make it tough. So we don't want a tough cake or tough crackers. So I'm just trying to keep, I didn't actually, practice this whole thing out to see how long it would take. So I'm going to keeping my eye on the time. I think I'm doing fine. So the next, I'm going to move, while they're resting, I'm going to move on to the beans. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. This dip, I was introduced to this by Nancy Lingell. She's a friend, and she served them as a side dish with lamb, and they were really, it was like this really eye-opening dish. It was so delicious. I'd never thought of baking garbanzo beans and using them as a side dish. I always think, garbanzo beans, hummus, that's all I think of. And so they were absolutely delicious as a side dish. So they're really, the other thing I like about this dish is that it's really versatile. So you just have a can of beans. I have my teaspoon of, garlic. Where'd my onions go? Sorry, I've lost my shallots. There. So I've diced up my shallots. I can't really see my camera anymore to see what you guys can see. Something's over it. Oh, there's a.
Oh, there was a message there, Rebecca. So about asking to see the dough again. Maybe that's what Catherine was asking. Do you guys want to see what she put in the refrigerator? You just wanted to see what the dough looks like. It's just a round ball of dough that she put in a plastic bag.
I get it.
We couldn't tell what she was doing, so we didn't know if she had like rolled it out or what ours was supposed to be doing yet.
It's just like a dough ball. I think.
It's right. Just here. It's just a little.
Can you raise it up a little high? Perfect. Okay, that's all that's supposed to happen.
Okay. Is it going to be, Rebecca, when I take it out of the refrigerator, is it going to be sticky or no?
A little bit sticky, yeah.
Okay, then mine might be just perfect.
Yeah, it's good, Catherine. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello. It's Roberta. Just saying hi.
Oh, hi, Roberta. Mm-hmm. Nice to hear you. There you are. Hi. All right. So the garbanzo beans. Like I said, I love this dish because the recipe I gave you guys is just the beans, the garlic, the shallots. So I should just keep these darn things on. So if you can see, I just finely chopped a shallot. Throw that in, the garlic. I thinly sliced a Meyer lemon. So here's a slice of lemon. You can kind of see through it how thin it is. I like Meyer lemons because they're sweeter than regular lemons. They have a thinner pith and they're just juicier. So you can use any lemons. I've used limes, I've used orange, any citrus really, but my favorite is the Meyer lemon. So throw that in. The most important thing, of course, is the olive oil. So important to find, I would use as good a quality olive oil as you have or you can afford. It's really, olive oil is one of those things you pay for what you get. You get what you pay for. It's really important to have really good quality olive oil. So I think I put on there half a cup of olive oil, but really I almost pour enough in that the beans are kind of almost bathing. They're almost poaching in the olive oil so that they're not submerged. Here, I'll see if I can I'll see if I can tip the computer up so you guys can see. Can you see what that looks like?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Roberta. So there we go. So yeah, there's quite a bit of olive oil in there. And olive oil, I'm showing you guys this can. This can I got at Safeway. My mom always used to use this olive oil, but I was excited to see it because olive oil actually oxidizes if it's in a glass container. So you either want to, if you've got good quality olive oil, it's worth storing it in a cool, dark place because it will oxidize if it's, sometimes like I have a container of olive oil that looks pretty sitting on a countertop, but if you leave it on a countertop, it will oxidize. So I got the olive oil at Safeway. So I was like, oh, I didn't know they had that there.
Roberta just ran home to her kitchen. How fabulous.
Yeah, you got a nice kitchen, Roberta.
So you'll find that I've learned a lot about backgrounds on teams. And so I often, when I'm trying to recruit, I put the first thing I put, which was the North Coast picture of Patrick's Point. But I just went online and I found this kitchen so that I could join Rebecca.
All right, so I put this in the oven at 350, but again, it's just garbanzo beans. You're not really cooking them. You're just, like I said, you're just sort of poaching them and warming them through. So if you're in a hurry, you can put them in at like 425 for 15 minutes or 350 for about 20 minutes. You can cover them if you want. I like I like them a little bit softer, so I usually cover it. But if you like them a little bit crunchy, then you can leave the top off. But the nice thing about this dip is you can do, or as a side dish, you can really do anything with it. I've done it where I've had kind of more of a Greek theme with feta and mint and olives, or I've done more Mediterranean with sun-dried tomatoes and basil. I've done it, all kinds of herbs. I've done chili paste. Like I said, lots of different citrus, so you can really do anything with it. And the nice thing also about it is that garbanzo beans are really good for you, and it's one of those side dishes for a dinner party that people are like, oh, that's neat. I hadn't thought of doing that before. So if you have a vegetarian over, you can give them the beans as a meat substitute, or if you have people that are gluten intolerant, then you can serve them the beans instead of a starch. So it's really just a nice, really overall good workhorse for your dinner party menus. So I'm going to get the dough back out. It hasn't been in the fridge for long enough, but I wanted to show you guys how big the little discs are and how I formed them and how big they are and things like that. So I don't know if you can see me. I'll have to try to turn you guys this way. There we are. Is that going to foul everything out? All right. So in theory, this is nice and a little bit more firm. So you're just going to pinch off little balls and make them into circles about this big. They're probably, like an inch in diameter. They're just little guys. Then you're going to roll them in the remaining toasted sesame seeds. And I just put them right on the mat like that. And I like to use parchment paper for all of whenever I bake anything, I use parchment paper. So again, they're just a little bit, just kind of that size, because you want crackers to be, 1 or 2 bites. You don't want crackers to be, if they're more like 3 or 4 bites, they'll break. And you don't
Rebecca, will you show us how much sesame seeds you're putting on there?
Oh, sure. So I'm just rolling them. I don't know if you guys, how well you can see what I'm doing, but they're coated, completely coated.
Okay, great.
Sorry, I'm not very good. I've never done this before, so I've got to get my cooking demonstration skills up to par next time I do this. So anyway, I'm not going to do all of them because that's boring to watch me do that. So then I treated them kind of like peanut butter cookies, and I got my fork, and I'm just gonna gently mash them down one way, turn it, and then make like a little crosshatch pattern. So they're pretty flat. I'll show you, see how flat they are, and they're about that big. Anybody see? Bigger than a quarter. I don't know how big you'd say that is, maybe 1.5 inches across. I don't know if anybody's better in measurements than I am. About that big and about that thick. Right?
Yeah, like a silver dollar, maybe.
Yeah. And so then, you know, you do that with all of them. And I, because they are a little bit sweet, I sprinkled them, the top of them with some crunchy, like flaky sea salt. Then they go in the oven for about, I think 20 minutes or so. So I've got some cookies that I've made over the weekend. I ended up or not cookies, biscuits. I made these on the weekend. I actually didn't have enough sesame seeds, so I put poppy seeds in as well. So they're nice size. These were a little bit thick. My daughter said they should be a little bit thinner, so I think I'm going to try to make these ones a little bit thinner. But they're nice. They've got a good snap. They've got, you don't hear it crunch, but it's got a nice crumbly interior. And they're nice. They're thick enough. They're not going to snap in half when you try to drag them through a dip. And they'll, like I said, they'll hold up to feta or like a strong cheddar cheese or any kind of strong, thick dip. Nothing worse than dragging a cracker through a dip and having it break. And then you're stuck. What do? You can't fish it out with your fingers. And you've got to ask for a fork. And then it's all just a headache. So, yeah, they're really nice little crackers. I enjoyed making them. They're almost like a dough recipe. So they're a little bit flaky and light and crunchy. They're really nice. So then with the, when your beans are done cooking, you just take them out of the oven and you can mash them up with a fork. So and serve them as a dip with the crackers. Or you can, like I said, you can leave them whole and serve them as a side dish. But that's really, I sort of raced through the whole thing. I thought I wasn't going to have enough time, but now I've got more time than I need. But does anybody have any questions? Because I did race through that.
That was excellent job there. Yes, that was great. Any questions?
All right, I think I will put you all on back out of spotlight, and so everybody can kind of interact as you continue to bake your stuff, get it ready. So
yeah, does anybody have a finished product
on your cameras? Let us know what you're doing.
Hey, Catherine, how's it going in your kitchen? Oh, is Catherine's kitchen over here? There are two Catherines.
They're both on mute. She's talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, Catherine's muted.
Yourself on mute.
Both Catherines are muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to take yourself off mute up there at the top, next to the leave button, two other buttons to the left of that, you should see a microphone.
I'm sorry. I have like I have three computers going right now at my house. So it's like I'm trying to figure out which one I'm on.
Yes.
So apparently Molly just got mad and said, talk to my plants. And okay, am I up now, Ginger?
Oh,
No.
I just asked what was going on in your kitchen. That was me.
They're waiting. They have my tablet so they can watch what I'm doing while I have taken the computer into the other room. There's Gail. There's Angie. Christy's there. Yep, there's Christy.
Hi, guys.
The Trinidad people are represented.
Nice.
So are your crackers and beans cooked, or are you
My beans are cooking. My crackers, my dough was too gooey, so we stuck it in the freezer for a little bit. So we'll pull it out. If not, I have celery and carrots and crackers that came out of a box. Yay, Heather! I used your recipe on that.
My crackers are delicious.
Yes.
But not as good as Rebecca's. That was very
Yeah.
You're the only one who's eating
Much
all
less
day,
time
Heather, so
consuming.
you did this my thing.
I just knew I couldn't compete with a chef who now taught me how to say shallot because I say shallot.
And feta. Feta cheese. I've never heard that either. I love it.
I need to upgrade my onion speak.
How does everybody else say feta?
Feta.
Feta, oh,
Mhm.
heathens.
I guess we would know if we looked at other Greek words in the way that the E is pronounced, and then we would know.
Who knows if I'm saying it right or not? That's just, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Angie, we really love seeing your glass there, but
There she is.
So I'm going to keep doing my little crackers so that I can show you guys when they're done.
okay, good. I hope mine comes out, but if not, I have other crackers I could use. Always
find
have backup.
suspicious. Huh?
My rule of cooking, always have backup food.
I was gonna say, I find suspicious that the Dana, Becky, Denise, Cami, Claudia camera is off
Yeah, what happened to them?
and silent.
Yeah, well,
What's going on there?
okay. Oh, now Angie's in my nook. Okay. All right. My people are not doing well with
Okay.
Haha, there they are. We called you out.
Hey, hi, Diana. Hi, Becky.
Quiet.
You were suspiciously quiet for a party.
Oh, there.
Oh, and
Oh,
now
look at them. There's
you get muted, Becky. We can't hear you.
Oh, you're muted.
We're on mute just momentarily so you guys can all have a word. But don't worry. we'll be back.
You don't want to hear what we have to say. It really is not.
Oh, no, we do.
One other thing, you guys, one other thing I want to say about the crackers is I do dip the fork in flour
okay.
between each one so it doesn't stick to the cookie.
Okay. Give me some,
The whole thing?
No.
All right, now, I just so people know, at my house, Gail is on the left, and Christy's on the right, they're members. Angie Harder's in the middle, or Angie Cersei, or Angie Blackburn. She has many aliases because she is running from the law. And so that's why she's wearing a mask right now. She is, yeah. So anyway, so. Angie's husband is the head park ranger at Patrick's Point Park, and they live in the old park ranger's house there.
Oh, cool.
Imagine getting to live in Patrick's Point State Park. I mean, come on, pretty nice.
Just so happened I found a sucker and a fortune
There's
cookie
one born every day, isn't there?
At least.
and
yeah.
some peanuts in my office.
You found these on the banks of
I'm
the
set.
river you're sitting in front of?
What's that?
You found those on the banks of the river you're sitting in front
Yes,
of?
this is Trinity Lake behind me for the
Oh,
rest.
okay, I should
So
have known.
there's all kinds of things you can find. The water's low. Just come across all kinds of stuff.
Things you probably don't want to eat no matter how
No.
old you are.
These were floating, so I think they're okay.
Tell us if you find a body. We know we'd be interested in that.
Will do. You'll be the first to know for sure. The
Yay.
park ranger's husband, maybe.
Oh, look at people are, okay, now we see faces. Great.
Hey, you guys, just one more tip for the crackers. When you
Thank
push
you.
them down with your fork, dip the fork in flour each time, because otherwise it'll stick.
Excellent.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi, Rose. We're just free flowing here, so feel free to take it off of mute and say hi, talk, anything you guys want to talk about. We got a few minutes while everybody finishes
Well, here,
logging on.
I'll show you my crackers before I put them in the oven. Can everybody see
perfect.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
You're making me hungry. I have nothing here.
I'm coming by your house when we get done here, Rebecca.
No problem. Ready, I'm here, of course.
Oh, hi, Roberta, now I can see your kitchen really well. That's stunning, girl. That is stunning.
My fake kitchen.
Those
Actually,
are
what
the
she
best
said.
kind. I like the fact that for some reason you have a table lamp in your kitchen, Roberta. I'm not sure why.
It might be a big mushroom.
Looks nice. Looks very nice.
Roberta, I don't hear any pup-pups in the background.
Actually, Willow is here behaving herself, strangely. It's only a matter of time, though, before she decides to come to the party.
Oh, look, you also have a large plant in your kitchen, Roberta. I hope that's not like an herb that went out of control. Like, just use some basil and get rid of it.
So what I want to show you though, let me show you that I can be anywhere I want. Here we go. Just one moment here.
Oh, was that a question for me that just flashed
No.
flashed up?
No.
Roberta,
No, you're okay.
No, I'm
Roberta
gonna
thinks she's
do
getting out of her kitchen, but she's not.
yeah, no, this is total facade. So
Well, I like it. It just sort of cuts you out to make all we can see is your face, not your hair.
It looks like it's blowing in the wind.
yeah, it's kind of a green screen thing.
You're right. It's like if
Oh,
only
the things we've
they
learned
pressed
about
the wall.
Microsoft Teams. And Heather's in space. Very.
That's right.
I did the other day find the background thing, but now I can't find it. I like being with my blue walls in my guest room, so. Okay, now we've lost Ginger, who's probably running to the oven in the office,
Here.
trying to see if the crackers are done.
She's probably
Yeah.
trying to find something to eat.
Nah, I'm good. I'll eat later. My daughter's 19th birthday today.
Oh wow, neat.
So they're at my in-laws having hamburgers, I guess. So I will join them in a little while. It's hard to believe I have a 19-year-old.
How did that happen, right?
I don't know. Overnight, right? It's just amazing how that happens.
More like a sister, huh, Ginger?
There you go.
Turned out to be, yeah. Yeah, we probably used to fight. Now we get along better. That's about like my sister, yes.
That's right.
I married off 2 of mine this year. That's unreal.
Yes, that's amazing.
It was going to be 3, but one of them, thank goodness, postponed until next year.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Well, are we at 5:30? Maybe we should go ahead and get started. What do we think? We have some great speakers tonight, so we don't want to hold everybody up. If you joined us for the cooking demonstration, I hope you enjoyed that with Rebecca Pardoe. Thank you for doing that, Rebecca. Did a wonderful job. And if you didn't get to join us, well, we hope you get to make that. The recipe was included in the correspondence previously, and we can also get that to you. I'm Ginger Weber. I'm the steering committee chair of Women for Wellness. So